Wow, we've got a hot topic here. All right, the team at Leasing University, we've received probably well over 100 phone calls, emails, questions around self-guided tours. This is such a hot topic all the time. It's been a hot topic, but it has really trended up to be something that people have a lot of questions on. So I want to answer some of those questions right now, and I want to give you some of our thoughts at Leasing University and some of my thoughts personally around self-guided tours. I'm Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Leasing University, the #1 sales training in the world. Folks that have access to Leasing University right there on their phones from wherever they're at, well, they lease 7 times more apartments because we're teaching them the fundamentals, those real sales skills that traditional property management sales training just doesn't even cover. We're helping them understand the sales process, and we're making it easy for not only them, but the people that they're working with to rent that apartment. So I encourage you, please check out Leasing University. Let's talk a little bit about self-guided tours. Hot topic. All right. So first question I get is, hey, should we be implementing self-guided tours? My answer to that is absolutely. If you have the resources, if you're ready to go with self-guided tours, there's nothing wrong with self-guided tours. But let me follow that up with an asterisk. Here's where a lot of the operators out there that are implementing self-guided tours right now are making a huge mistake. Huge mistake. By rolling out self-guided tours, they are inadvertently rolling out a self-guided sales process, a self-guided decision-making process. And they're putting themselves in a terrible position to close the lease. Let's talk about the benefits of a self-guided tour. In today's society, it makes a lot of sense to have a self-guided tour. We have technology that can help us. We have ways of controlling access so that somebody can get into an apartment and look at it on their own, and we feel comfortable about that. In today's society, we don't necessarily need to have a tag-along following a prospect around. Now, hopefully your people have been through the Leasing University process, because our leasing agents never feel like a tag-along to somebody. They feel like a trusted advisor, a friend, an expert that's helping them through the process. So if you've got property managers that are literally just tagging along and babysitting prospects, you got bigger problems than self-guided tours. I digress. But also with self-guided tours, it allows these prospects, there's different personality types out there. Some people want to be able to have a little bit of privacy. They need a little room to think. They want to kind of feel that space without feeling any undue pressure. And that's where a self-guided tour really does help. Sometimes maybe it's a couple, maybe somebody with a friend or a colleague or a family member. They want to be able to talk about that apartment in private. Self-guided tour is terrific for that. But here's where property management companies get off track. They roll out this self-guided tour and they're like, great, yeah, we're going to have self-guided tours and this is great. And you can look at the apartment on your own terms. And it becomes a self-guided sales process. They're not communicating with the prospect properly. And if you're doing a self-guided tour, you have to remember that entire conversation that you would have had during that tour now doesn't exist. So you need to double down on your phone training. You need to make sure that you're being as effective and efficient as possible when you're talking with that prospect before they tour. Otherwise, you're going to be sending them on that tour. They're going to be doing a self-guided tour. They're not going to be engaged with you, which is going to lead to a self-guided decision. And when you follow up with them, most of the people that are rolling out self-guided tours right now that haven't had training like we teach at Leasing University, when they go to follow up, it's going to be something like this. Hey Tina, it's Matt here in the leasing office. I know you did the tour yesterday. I'm sure you found the apartment community amazing. I'm sure you loved the dog park, the pool, the fitness center. You loved our views. You loved our bedrooms, the floor plans. All of a sudden, all they're talking about is features, amenities, and benefits. And most importantly, hey, did you like the apartment? That's not a sales process. A true professional understands what's important to that renter. And each renter only has 2 or 3 things that are important to them. If your phone training hasn't taught you to identify what those are, what's most important to that person, why is it important? What do they want to see first? Why do they want to see that first? What's their current situation? What's their ideal living situation? And what's the value in that gap? Well, then a self-guided tour is only going to make that situation worse. And you're asking this prospect to make the biggest financial decision of their life and one of the biggest overall decisions in their life, because where they live is a hub that spokes out to every other piece of their life. They're going to have to go to bed there every night. They're going to have to wake up there every morning. They're going to build a life there. So if you're just sending somebody on a self-guided tour and expecting them to make a decision that is that powerful on their own, well, you better hope and pray that they don't connect with somebody at another community that's had the proper sales training, that's going to be a professional. You can both use a self-guided tour and be a professional. So when you follow up, it's sounding like this: Tina, I know you had the self-guided tour yesterday. Man, I am so excited to get your feedback because you told me that the kitchen was so important to you. Because you've got celiac, you've got some food allergies, and you have to do all your own cooking at home. I get it. I totally understand. And it sounds like your current kitchen, from what you told me at home, is a bit of a nightmare. You said it's so cramped you can't open up the dishwasher and the cabinet at the same time. I know on that self-guided tour, I hope that you saw not only the counter space in our kitchen, but the light and the freedom to move. When I thought of what you were telling me at the phone, over the phone, I thought about how much you're going to love the kitchen. You also told me that it was really important to you to have covered parking. I hope you had a chance to look at that, because I know you got some hail damage on your car last month, and that is the worst. And I know that you're going to love our covered parking. So I'm interested to get your thoughts. I hope you saw everything that you're looking for, not only the parking situation, but the kitchen situation. Let me know if you missed anything, if there's anything I can go and take some additional photographs of. When you're not being that trusted professional and you don't know exactly what's important to your renter, all you're doing with a self-guided tour is letting them walk around, and then you're a salesperson when you follow up. You're a pest when you follow up. You're following up with like, hey Tina, hope you like the community. Just following up to see if you want the apartment. That's not being a professional. That's not customer service oriented. All right. So as you think about self-guided tours, it's a wonderful tool. It's a great tool. It's a great resource. But that's all a self-guided tour is. It's not a surrogate for you. And you have to care about your prospect. You have to care about them enough to know about them, to know about what's important to them, what their current situation is, what their ideal scene is, and what that gap is. And you need to help them value the bridge of that gap. I hope this helps. Whatever questions you have, I'm here for you. The team at Leasing University is here for you. Please leave them in the comment section below, or you can call our office at 888-735-7451. I hope this helps. Until the next video, my name is Matt Easton. I'm your friend in Leasing in Life. I want you to be great, and I want you to get those leases. The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm going to walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm going to show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm going to show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense. Even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.